Hi, I'm dancer choreographer Ted Thomas, and you are watching The Artist Forum.
Hello, my name is Francesca Harper, and welcome to the Artist Forum. I am lucky to be here with Ted Thomas of Ortiz Dance.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's great to have you. Welcome.
It's good to be here. It's good to be here.
Yeah. So now, wait, it's your 10th anniversary, huh?
Yes, it's our 10th anniversary. We've been choreographing and presenting in New York and around the 5 boroughs and the tri-state area. And now we're starting to expand to do more stuff outside of New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. And it's been a good ride. We've been having some fun, Francis and I. My wife, Frances Ortiz, and my sister-in-law, Gina Ortiz, right, are the components of Thomas Ortiz Dance. A lot of people don't know that, see, because they always
it's good to hear.
They think that Thomas Ortiz is one person.
And is your name. Right?
And yeah, and that is my name, so they always call me Thomas. But no, it's Ted Thomas, Frances Ortiz, and Gina Ortiz.
Oh, how wonderful. Now, how did you two meet?
Well, I met Frances and Gina in college.
Huh.
I was a junior at SUNY Purchase Conservatory of Dance, and I met them when they came in their freshman year.
Wow.
And we've been friends ever since. We would take modern class together, partnering class together. Yeah. And as the years went on, and we graduated and went our separate ways, we kept in contact with each other. And whilst they were in DTH, and Frances was off getting her education degrees, and I was in Paul Taylor, and then Frances and I reunited in our graduate program at NYU, and then at that point we started keeping in closer contact. And when I decided to retire from the Taylor Company, is when we decided to start a company together.
Wow.
And at the same time, we actually bought a school in Connecticut. So we have a ballet school.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So the three of us have a ballet school, and we do a nutcracker every Christmas, right, with 180 cast members. And we sell over 5,000 tickets every year.
That's fabulous.
And we give away about 1,500 tickets to social service organizations to bring in kids from some of the outer communities to see and experience the arts.
Wow.
And we have a spring concert every year as well, where we commission artists to come in and make dances on our girls. And
oh, how lovely.
And the great thing is, that's giving back to our friends. We're like, hey, our friends who are choreographers.
Right, all the friends that you studied with. And
yeah, we bring them in and we're like, hey, give us a dance, and we get a chance to pay them, and it's all a lot of fun.
Oh, that's
and see
really
what they
cool.
would make and get costumes and all that stuff.
We all love that. Exactly. I know. I see the passion.
Exactly. That's the fun part. What are we going to put them in? What are we going to dress those dancers in?
Yes, right. I love that. So wait, so education is a big part of your mission, huh?
Yes.
And your degree, you got your MFA in education.
Yes, I got my MFA in dance and higher education, where I have a certification in education from K to 12.
Wow.
Right. So at this point, our school starts off dancers at 3 years old, and we could take them all the way through high school.
Wow.
And I have taught at Barnard College and Columbia University, so we can deal with students from the college level, and to professional.
Yeah.
So, and it's a good experience to to work with students at all different levels.
Yeah.
You know, and the three of us decided this year that they're offering this program, ABT certification.
Oh,
and
yes,
we were like,
right.
What is that?
Yeah, I've heard about it.
The conversation of dance is quite interesting, right? So all we want to do is like go and sit and talk about it. So the three of us signed up, and we went and we got our ABT certification. And so far we are primary through level 5, and so now we got to go back and get 6 and 7 and partnering. And we're gonna,
this is so great. So you really nurture your students into becoming these kind of professional artists.
Yes, yes.
Do you have any working with you in the company?
Yes, I do. I have 2 of my former students working with us in the company. Gabby Gilchrist, she came to our school when she was 3 years old, and she got her undergrad degree at SUNY at Purchase and came back, and now she works with us. She works with us teaching in our school, and she dances in the company. And she's about to embark on her master's degree career, path, and she wants to get the ABT certification, all that as well. And we have another former student, Emily Pihlaja. She was with us when she was 3, and then she went off to the Cure-Off School, and then danced a little bit in Oregon Ballet Theater, and then she came back, and I was, home to be closer to our family, and we swept her in. So
wow, that's fabulous.
Yeah. So it's coming full circle. When we first got to school, I told them that our mission was to try to unite, our student body with the professional part of the dance world, because you got parents spend a lot of money in their children's dance career, and how many avenues are there? Well, we wanted to try to create an avenue for students to aspire to.
That's right.
Either you make good artists, good audience members, good supporters.
Supporters of the arts, keeping the arts alive. Really important,
That's very important, and we try to do that.
So this company, it sounds amazing. So you brought a couple of dancers here today, huh?
Yes, I brought 2 dancers, and they're going to be doing a piece that I entitled Lagniappe, which means little gift in Creole, right? And the piece was basically based on the natural disasters that's happened in New Orleans, and these 2 friends, I saw a picture of like 2 girls walking, and they were kind of like, drenched in, out of the storm, and they got a little gift. They got the gift of life, So there's some joy in it. There's some pain in it. There's a little bit of, the Creole rhythm and little African rhythm, and I got Emily Pihlaja and Rachael McSween dancing, and like I said, Emily was from our school, New England Academy Dance, and she also was from Oregon Ballet Theater. And Rachael McSween was from the Ailey School, and she was also in Ailey too, Ailey Ensemble, and she danced in Dallas Black Dance Company, and a tremendous resume. So these 2 are 2 amazing dancers, and they dance well together. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see. Let's take a look. Wow, that was beautiful. So exciting.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of energy there. I mean, it's, the piece is 11 minutes, so by the time they're finished, most people look at them and say, wow.
How did they do that?
How did you do that? Yeah.
Is that a big part of your work? Do you like to challenge them physically?
I like to challenge the dancers physically. I like to challenge them, emotionally, mentally. And I'm also, in my choreography, there's a couple of things I try not to do. One, I try not to make crossovers at my point in my career, because most of my dances are done in places where there are no crossovers. It's not a formal stage, or it's an outside venue or something like that. So I don't do crossovers.
Oh, interesting.
And
smart.
Yeah,
exactly.
So I don't have to have the dancer kind of sneaking back. And I'm noticing, I came from an era where dancers were 20 minutes, 25 minutes, sometimes even 30 minutes long. and or evening length. And nowadays, everything is like 10 minutes. They want everything to be 10 minutes.
Right. They have these short, like the Instagram videos that are like 30 seconds, or I think also the audience is used to these faster, kind of more intense, shorter clips, right?
Exactly. And like, and especially with So You Think You Can Dance now, you got to do it in 4 minutes,
That's
3 minutes.
And say it all.
Exactly. So
very interesting.
I try to make for live theater, for live concert dance.
Yeah.
I'm tending to go 15 minutes.
Wow.
Before I change the subject. Yeah. Which I think is a kind of a nice time.
I think so too. Yeah.
I remember being in a Taylor company, and most of his work was 25 minutes, 30 minutes.
Yeah, right. And you could really get sink your teeth into the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the time you get really exhausted, you catch your breath. And then you get exhausted again.
You have to go further, right?
Exactly.
You have to go even deeper with that threshold has been reached, right? Yeah. Tell me just a little bit about, you danced with Paul Taylor.
Yes.
Who else did you dance with?
I danced with Paul Taylor. I danced with Nikolai and Lewis. I've danced with
the legends.
Yes.
Yeah, very nice.
I danced with Elisa Monte.
Oh,
I love Elisa.
Love her.
It's a great company to dance with, and her and David. When I danced when they were Monte Brown, and it was a great company to dance with. I danced with Ballet Hispanico with Tina Ramirez.
Oh my gosh.
That was a great time to be there too. She's an amazing lady. She actually taught me how to dance. She brought the real, exciting energy out of me. So to this day, I give her credit for that. Yeah. And I danced with Rebecca Kelly at one point too.
Oh wow, yes, of course.
So
how fabulous! Well, I'm sure your dancers feel the same way about you. As inspired. No, really, and also because you're so generously giving to them. You know.
Well, I tend to believe that I enjoy dancing. I never wanted to make dancing with me or dancing a labor that that was a burden. So I try to have a company where we kind of enjoy each other's time together.
And find the joy, right? Yeah. And the fulfillment, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the great thing is that I've had dancers dance with me. Like I said, I have dancers, founding members, still dancing with me, who's been dancing with me for 10 years. I have dancers come back all the time. Yeah. And my company rarely has auditions because the dancers don't leave, which is great.
Yeah, no, that's great. And you develop not only you're developing deep relationships, They
come over my house. We got this 4th of July thing. They all come over and we kind of play around and sit and talk and reminisce and
how beautiful.
And creative processes become a great bonding experience
for all of you. Now, I was noticing, I looked through all of your works, your repertoire, and you have really a great variety of works. Some just admiring nature or celebrating nature, and then some more personal works that I found are also kind of relationship-oriented or personal, about a man who's looking at his demons, and So I'm just wondering, is that related to your life?
Yes.
Yes, I'm sure you're working through stuff or whatever.
It's all related to life, and and because I'm a co-artistic director with my wife, sometimes her issues and some of the things she wants to investigate, some of the ideas she wants to investigate, becomes a part of the palette.
Wow.
So she'll bring something to the like, for example, we have a dance called Frey Dance, which kind of delves into issue of dementia. Or just you have a lady who's losing sight of of life, and her husband is busy trying to hold the relationship together. And so that's something that she brought into the thing. I have this one that we're doing, we're calling it 4 Temperaments.
Yes, and that's the one I was reading about, wondering about.
It's about a man and his demons, and his 4 demons: money, drugs, sex, and dance, actually.
Wow, interesting.
Because dance, the funny thing about dance is it could be a demon or it could be an angel. It's one of those things that kind of like stand there, and one day it's like Michael, and
it's very complex, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we all, as dancers, question, what are we doing sometimes? What am I doing? Why am I doing this?
Right. Again, here we go, another plie. Right.
Then, exactly.
And
then one day you turn around, like I remember one day I turned around and I was at the Taj Mahal, and I'm like, oh my God, I know why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
So you have those amazing moments where you're like, oh my God, just for dancing. I'm here.
Right,
you know?
and you're living your dream.
Exactly.
You know, you really are living it and making it happen actively.
Exactly.
You know?
And then you had the other, you know, demons, like, the demons of life that we all have to experience, you know, money and, you know, alcohol. There's a song out now, you know, that talks about a lot of different vices that, you know, could, like, why all the things that make you feel good, you know, can kill you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah. Very interesting, wonderful. So do you guys have any specific goals for the company, for your art?
Our goal is to try to get our dancers to work continuously.
Oh, I hear you.
You know, that's our biggest goal. My biggest goal is to be able to just have them be able to come to rehearsal and perform and show our artistry. And in this day and age, especially after this last recession, it's been hard to just have funding to, you know, to get dancers to call what they do for you a job. Yeah. You know?
Is there any way we could let people know how to contribute to your company and
Yes, our website, thomasortiz.org, thomasortizdance.org.
Okay.
Right? If you go there, there's we have a button that you can just contribute to the company. You can follow us on Twitter and on Facebook, Thomas Ortiz Dance. And we have several events coming up. We're going to do a residency in Catspan in April. So we're going to be, we have a residency at the PMT Studios.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, we've won that residency as well. So
nice. This is great. You're making it happen.
Yeah, I've got a lot of things coming up. So it's exciting, a lot of new work. I've been applying for a lot of fellowships.
Wonderful.
You know, because that's a way of, you know, making it happen. I mean, you ask yourself, you know, is dance important? It's very important. Yeah. And you're trying to put yourself in a position where people will say, well, you know what, Ted, we want to see more of your work. So that's one of the reasons why, you know, you beg, borrow, and steal to present in New York City. That's right.
Do you have anything or words of inspiration for an aspiring artist out there? Somebody trying to become a dancer or choreographer or director?
Well, the only thing I could say is that, you know, you just keep going, keep trying. It's not about, you know, that shooting star that just happens to, you know, get lucky and, you know, one day, one thing, it all, you know, comes to fruition. Right. That happens for some people, but it doesn't happen for the most of us. The most of us have to stay in it and figure out what your commitment is to it. Yeah. You know?
And that's that daily work, right?
And that daily work. And that's why celebrating 10 years is a great thing for me because, you know, this is what I do. And I'll do it for 20, this is what I'm going to do for a lifetime.
For the rest of your life. Yeah. Yeah. So, well, isn't that lucky and beautiful?
And it's great. It's great. You know, I teach dance. Yeah. I make dances. Yeah. I dance every once in a while, you know.
Well, I see the joy in your face. Yeah. This is great.
It's a great life.
To love what you do, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming. Your company, your dancers are beautiful, and this is so great. Really an honor.
Yes, and you know, once again, come see us whenever we're performing. Thomas Ortiz Dance.
Perfect. Thank you for tuning in to the Artists Forum. I am Francesca Harper, and see you next time.